print something out. A lot of times I just make them up.
Wow. Way to peel back the
This
fourth
one's
wall.
real. Well, sometimes I do,
Just
but this
giving
one's
out all the
100% real.
family secrets.
Dear Wilds, love the show. Well, thank you. Seems like you guys are torn on Brew's advocacy for Jordan Love's new nickname, J-Lo. How do you expect this to be resolved? Cheers, Ryan and Brian. Well, thank you for asking, Ryan and Brian. As you know, election season is coming up, and we obviously believe in the democratic process, so Gianna helped put up a poll, Brew. I thought that was the only fair thing.
Whoa,
J-Lo.
whoa.
A good nickname for Jordan Love.
That's a real poll, too, isn't
A
it?
resounding 77% no.
Is that a poll of our staff?
No,
or,
Brew, I know you
real
don't
people out
have, it's
there?
1,000.
Well, at least you got me right.
That's a lot. Just for the record, I did not approve this one.
I didn't know this was coming.
What's up
Greg
with
is so
those chaps?
jealous. He's so jealous of this graphic.
What?
So jealous. He's
Wild,
like,
you
I'm the
did
bodybuilder on the
I
show.
didn't know that one.
You did this.
That
That's
was
your
a
fault.
lot.
That was a little too
That
much.
was a lot.
Go ahead.
All right,
have to
speaking
clean
of a lot, let's get to the list. All right, at number 3, Dak Prescott.
Oh.
I know Nick thinks it should be the other quarterback, Brock Purdy, but Dak Prescott.
I don't know what I think.
One of the positive things about Jerry, spouting foolishness every other day in the media is that it has taken the focus off of Dak Prescott.
True.
Right? I mean, Dak Prescott is the quarterback of a 3-3 ball club. All right, Dak Prescott has suffered 3 blowout, and yes, I'm including the Ravens, blowout losses within months of becoming the highest paid player in the history of tackle football. All right? And so Dak Prescott has been able to skate kind of like not getting a lot of criticism because Jerry is such a distraction. But this is how the type of season Dak Prescott is having. Let's look at the numbers. Last year was great, was in the MVP race. Look at the drop. 20 points on the passer rating. Yards per game, again, that can be a
1.5 more.
shaky stat. Because when you're behind by 40, yeah, we're going to sling it, all right? I'm going to throw for a lot of yards. Completion
way down.
percentage way down. Look at the TD to interception ratio. It's bad. So Dak has not been getting it done. And real talk, I said this earlier, they should beat the Niners. I mean, depending on how many of those guys are out for the Niners, we know both teams have injuries. Obviously, Dallas without Micah and DeMarcus Lawrence and a few others. But San Francisco is more bitten by. Both of them have tier 2 quarterbacks. Nick, I know, and other people think Dak is better. Some argue Purdy. I would tend to lean Purdy. But Purdy has had his way with Dak. He's 2-0 against Dak. Once, obviously, in the playoffs, beat him. Dak, if you can win this game, it could spur the Cowboys onto a nice little run. You're coming off the bye. You should win it. But Washington, Philadelphia, they're playing well. Don't look like world beaters, though. This could really get the Cowboys going. Sure. You lose it, and the season could be done. Wow. It could be. So, Dak, go get him. Okay. All right, at number 2. And this could be a weekly thing. I mean, I had to keep him off last week just to get some other people on. We were tired of seeing him.
The bud list was on the bud list, remember? It didn't expire.
Right, but not anymore. This is the 3rd time in 4 weeks that Aaron Rodgers is on. And we all know that, yeah, he has to be on. There are a lot of people out there, Aaron, that think you're washed. I'm saying maybe. Maybe the evidence is mounting that you are washed. You're not great anymore, but you can still be good. You don't have to go all the way to wash, but you tried everything. You got your buddy as the offensive coordinator, Nat Hackett. That didn't work. He's been replaced. You got Devontae Adams in, great wide receiver, friend of yours. You made magic together in Green Bay. Didn't work last week. We'll see if it does this week. You got the coach fired. Obviously, that hasn't worked. You've lost, 3 straight games since then. And now you played the anger card. We'll see if that one works. Yeah. We're too angry. All right. So, Aaron, you got to go out there and get it done, my man. New England, you should be able to beat them, period. If you don't beat New England, when in a week when your team is absolutely desperate for a W, and you lose to the Patriots, the season is over. I'm actually holding out a little bit of hope that you guys can turn around and make the playoffs, because here's why. The schedule, there's not a world beater left on your schedule. Houston, but they haven't been playing great. But everybody else, I'm not saying you're better than them, but they're not great teams. So if you beat New England with a good victory, look good doing it, maybe you guys can make a run. It'll be a great spirit for the team because Devontae just made his speech. So, Aaron, go get him.
Okay.
All right, at number 1, another Aaron, but Aaron Judge. We're going to the World Series. Aaron Judge, you are phenomenal. I think you're one of the best sluggers the game has ever seen. I know you may not hit 500 homers for your career, but just what you've done in these individual seasons, you're one of only 3 players to ever have 3 separate 50 or more home run seasons. The other 2, Babe Ruth and Alex Rodriguez. That's great company. Here's the thing, though. You play for the Yankees. Yankee greats all win World Series. Like, that's how the Yankees do. You have to win a World Series. It's kind of like the Lakers. You have to win. It doesn't matter how great you are individually. To go down as an all-time Yankee great, you have got to deliver a championship. All right, so that's what you have to do. And if you do it in a year, it will be your first championship for the Yankees in 15 years. That would be huge. That would make the championship feel even greater, to be honest. If you do it against the Dodgers, another flagship franchise in MLB, that would make it seem greater than it was. But here's the challenge for you. You have struggled mightily in the postseason. Here's the graphic. Your numbers go down in everything in the postseason. Now, a lot of times they go down, but they plummet. Batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, OPS, everything drops. So, and you didn't play well this year. You're hitting like 161 in the playoffs this season. So, Aaron, look, I'm a boat guy. So I'm with Shohei Ohtani. I'm picking the Dodgers. But, Aaron, I do believe in you individually. Go prove me wrong. Go do it, get your ring, and become a Yankee legend.
Wow.
I like the Bud list. 2 Aarons. I like that. I'm going to add another quarterback on here, though, because we're lacking quarterbacks representation. Let's go with Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh.
Fair one.
And before
Shots
you get
fired.
disappointed,
It's not my second.
just listen to it.
I got nothing.
Patrick Mahomes, I'm going to start by saying this. I believe in you.
Oh, that's good.
I've always believed in you. You may not feel that way because I sit next to
What do I got to?
that guy, so I don't get to gloat about you all the time, but this season there's really been nothing to gloat about. Like, all we've been hearing is about how you're throwing interceptions. This is the second time in your career that you've, through your first 6 games, you've had 8 interceptions. The previous time, the reason why we didn't talk about it that much, because you had 18 touchdowns or something like that. And you only got 6 touchdowns. You got to start putting the ball in the end zone through the air. Back-to-back, no passing touchdown games. That's only happened one other time in your career. This year and in 2021, week 11 and 12 against Dallas and Denver. And you know who you played the following week? The Raiders. And you went to work. So I'm expecting you to go to work, get back into the saddle, and get it done. You got a new number 1 receiver. Welcome him with throwing him passes that he can catch, not passes that he has to try to knock down from a defender.
Wow.
Patrick Mahomes, I really believe in you, man. Look, you've been special on 3rd downs. You've been special extending plays and being clutch in situational football. And you've been special the last 2 years in game 7s, meaning game number 7 for your team, you've been really good. In 2022, 424 yards, 4 touchdowns, 129 passer rating. Last year, 423 yards against the 49ers, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I know you're going to bounce back. And there's a little something that's on the line. It's called perfection.
Wow.
There's only one that we really believe that can get it done right now in our league, and that's you, buddy.
Wow.
Even though I don't talk about it,
Thanks, Craig.
you can get it done. Don't be the reason why you guys slip up.
Wow.
Patrick, I believe in you.
Good work. Good work. Very motivational. You could probably say that about any week with Mahomes. You're great in week 11s. You're great in week 4. But that was great. Good
The
motivation.
400 yards is something else. All right, Brew, what's my job on Thursdays while you provide motivation?
Media ombudsman.
Sports media's ombudsman. I spend
It's official now, Wiles.
from
He really-
Thursday after the show until the following Wednesday night. I spend at least 20 minutes a day surveying the full sports media landscape.
20 minutes. Wow.
At a minimum.
What a commitment.
A minimum. 20 minutes a day. A lot of commitments. As a sports media ombudsman, it's only a 4-minute job actually a week. Can't spend too much time. I have to be efficient. Work smarter, not harder.
Gotcha.
Survey the full landscape, see what needs ombudding. And the NBA started this week. And so I am putting NBA media nerds on the bud list.
Wow.